This is the BOSCAM R2 and it's an all-in-one front and rear dashcam and reversing sensor. Now it's currently on the market for little over £100, and for that price, bearing in mind it's a very cluttered market, is it worth it? Stay tuned and I'll let you know. So first of all, for the money you're paying, in the box you get the mirror itself, a rear camera with an optional window bracket, GPS antenna, the car power supply for the mirror, video cable, and of course 4 sets of differently sized fitting straps. So looking around the device itself, on the back you have the front facing camera out of the windshield, and this operates at 180p. And that's very much same for the rear camera as well. It's fully scopable, so you are able to extend it further out to get a better view out of that window. There really isn't much around the rim of the device. On the bottom you have the power button, and on the top you have the GPS port, micro SD cards, AV in, and finally the power port. So installation can be as easy as you want it to be, and it does depend on how you intend to use it. All you have to do is use the rubber bands provided to fix it onto your existing center mirror. It is reflective enough to operate still as a functional reflective mirror, so you don't need to worry there. Once on, if you want to take advantage of some of the features on this device, you will need to install more things. One of these things is the GPS tracker. This is one of the more easier things to install, as all you're required to do is simply plug it into the GPS port. And that's pretty much it. Like all the cables, if you're okay with them dangling, that's cool. So let's be honest, it will impair your vision out of that window, so what I'd suggest to do is just tuck it into the trims around your car. Maybe even put it under the carpets. That way you'll get a nice polished factory installed look to the final device. And with that GPS tracker, just stick it in the glove box or under the carpet. The reversing camera and rear dash cam is a little bit more difficult to install, but like I said earlier, it does depend on how you intend to use it. You will need to install this just above the number plate, but that isn't your only viable option. If you want, you can install this within the car on the rear view window inside. Once you've found that best place, adhere to the surface and run the cable through your car, trying to hide the cable under trims if you can. To be able to take advantage of the reversing function, you will need to connect up the red wire to your reversing light. This can be done using one of these guys to simply splice into the connection with the use of the push clip. Now when you hit reverse, you should find that the screen comes up with the reversing screen. As mentioned, both cameras operate at 180p, and that's continuous dual recording throughout. The quality's okay, it's not amazing, but it's more than sufficient for any long-term use. The interface is very simple to get used to, and what's quite nice, both cameras are easily adjustable too. Just simply flick up or down to get your desired angle of the camera. There is a few sensors in here. Firstly, the Sony sensor is great at picking up night and day to ensure it dims the display enough so that you aren't completely dazzled at night. Another sensor that operates well is the G sensor. This is fantastic at picking up collision or theft detection throughout the night. The device will turn on and record 30 seconds worth of video, then simply turn off. The GPS tracking comes in really handy when viewing back your video footage. Just look for a software called AutoVox GPS. This works both with Windows and Mac, and operates fantastically at showing you GPS location and GPS speed. The GPS will also show you a view of your driving modes. It will show you the normal drive mode, which allows you to see a very precise GPS tracking of your current speed, which certainly comes in very handy when you don't know it. From build quality to the interface to the actual recordings of the dashcam, it's certainly a viable and affordable option to make your car that little bit safer. Take a look at the product in the link in the description. Let me know what you think. Till next time.